You'll just hold it, and it's recording already.
Okay. Do I want to just watch you?
It's a wide angle. Like, you're going to be able to most likely capture everything. It doesn't matter if you aren't perfect. So we'll come down to kind of meet them a little halfway, especially since Kane's been primarily going after them down here. So I'm basically going to look for, do the ears go forward? Does the tail start to come up? If so, I'm going to get after him and let him know I do not want him to become assertive, dominant, and aggressive. And this dog's throwing a lot back at us. Dominant, assertive, hairs up. Perfect. So I just make sure he's listening. So yeah, this dog's energy has to come down. See this? Hey, if this energy stays up, this dog will get attacked. He's throwing it back at him. That's what we do not want. And it seems like a little bit of a spoiled dog because he doesn't want to listen so quickly. So I'm closing the gap with him to show him I'm not here to hurt you, but I am here to control the situation. And so I'm letting him process through his fear. But he wants to run away. I'm not allowing it because of the leash, so that's why he becomes more in that fight mode. Because if not, he would just run, right?
Yeah.
And so and of course, it's going to be difficult for him because he's almost gotten killed by this dog. But the only way to overcome it is by putting him in here. And the hacking and everything, his throat's going to be fine. People with small dogs, they usually worry about that. But as long as you're not like just yanking him around. Come here. Come here. And you see, he's peed himself, pooped himself. This is fear. And so it's balancing back out. And so I'm just wanting him to listen to me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Lots of stress. So we'll move to the shade so it's not so hot. Come on, Kane. Hey, knock that off. Kane. So he showed his teeth at Kane. I said knock it off because there's no reason for him to be doing that right now. Because Kane's not doing anything that's inappropriate. He's just afraid. So I say knock that off so that he can start to see something new and realize that, oh, he's not going to hurt me here. This isn't what he's saying. But he's remembering the past. And then what we usually do is say, you're okay, it's okay. We pick him up. This reinforces the assertive, dominant, aggressive side out of him, the fear. So then it gets worse and worse and worse every time he sees this dog. And so then he's giving this back at him, and then he sees that type of energy coming down. He's going to go after that. So this is why it's important to understand both sides of the conversation. Because if I'm being a dick to you and saying, "Hey, you get out of here," blah blah blah, and then people start getting upset with you because you're standing up for yourself or protecting your property or whatever. That's craziness. It's like, hey, there's two sides. It might have not started that way. Kane probably, went down. He wasn't maybe expecting it, or maybe he did throw it back. Hey, this is my territory, because your territory is butting up, so that you can fight over it if they do not see us as being in charge of our territory. If we play games, throw things for these dogs, roughhouse with these dogs, play tug with these dogs, we're teaching them skill sets that ultimately can come out and create problems. And so with Kane, come on. See how he just moves away? He's making his own choices. And don't pet him, because he's coming over being insecure. And see, people then go, it's okay. Or, oh, he's coming over, he wants me to pet. You're being submissive with him. And so then he thinks that you're weak. And so he might think, oh, I need to protect you. Or he could be thinking, ooh, what about that dog? I'm unsure about it. And we're like, yeah, I like it that you're unsure about it. See, we're always having a conversation with the dogs. We don't understand that they're happening.
So we don't want him to understand that he shouldn't go by him? Or I guess I'm confused too.
but what I'm saying is that I only pet a dog if I call them to me, and that's when I pet. Do not approach your dog to pet. You could get bit. Because why are you coming? You're coming to go, I love you and I want to love on you. But you're doing it in a dominant way. But you're being submissive. And so to a dog, some dogs will bite you because of that. Okay. Show you teeth. Hey, don't be coming over acting dominant with me, but being submissive. And then we back up, and then that dog gets reinforced because you backed up, because you were just coming into love and got scared, but you were doing it in a dominant way. So the dog reminded you that you are a submissive person, don't act dominant.
Right, okay.
So then the other thing we do is we see the dog shaking, scared, and we think that we're going to comfort them to make them better. And we can go, oh, well, they calmed down after I did it. But then we have the problem of them being snappy with dogs, being a problem, running to people, running up to dogs, running up to people, chasing the sage rats, going after the bunny.
She does.
Yeah, and it's because of the way you live with her, the way you communicate with her. This is what she thinks that her life's about. So then you have two dogs that are living similar lifestyles that then go to war with each other. Okay. And so the shaking and everything is he's trying to balance back out. He's trying to deal with that internal trauma that he had. But if we keep petting him, we just keep reminding him of the trauma and how bad things were, instead of letting him move on with his life and just going, look, the environment's safe. You just need to get over it. And I let him just do his thing. And I don't say anything to him. I only tell dogs what I do not like. Okay. I do not reward dogs. When's the last time you saw him say good boy, good girl to another dog for doing something wonderful? Have you ever seen him give a treat to a dog? Have you ever seen him say sit? Have you ever seen him say leave it and then reward them? They don't do it. And so we confuse the dog's mind, and we are positively reinforcing the very things that we don't like. And that's why I'm saying when he comes over to you and you pet him, you're reinforcing whatever he's thinking and feeling right now.
Should I move away from
I'm
him?
not saying that. I'm just saying that we just need to be aware of how we're communicating at all times with the dog. And see, Kane has learned that everybody pets him and coddles him because poor Kane. And so he learns that he glues to people. He tries to make people pet him. This reestablishes his hierarchy that you guys are at least below him. See, when you have a guest come over, you might find that your dogs want more attention from you. They might start playing with each other. They might start, being pushy with the guests.
They do.
because what's happening is they're like, oh, we have to figure out where we fit in because new members are here, new people. What is this about? And so they insert themselves and they go, this is who I am. And then if they make us pet them or they make us back up, they start seeing that we're weak and below them in the hierarchy, and then they don't listen to you. And that's why I was saying that this dog seems spoiled, because when I get after him, he's kind of like, yeah, no, I'm still in it. I don't have to listen to you.
Well, and he doesn't. Like he never comes when I call him.
Yeah, because of the hierarchy.
Yeah.
If you're at a job, do you listen to your boss or does your boss listen to you? You know, your boss can listen to you because they want to, but they don't have to. And see, we think, well, he listens to me sometimes. Yeah, because he wants to. He goes, oh, what's in it for me? You got my treat? I feel like that right now. Oh, I feel like making you pet me. I'll do that. Oh, I feel like coming in now. And so this becomes the conversation. And so I walk by Kane again, and he's even acting like prey now and being really skittish and flipping around. And some dogs, this will draw out that predatory side in them because they've been playing with balls, toys, squeaky toys. What does your dog look like?
A squeaky toy.
Yeah,
Sounds like
and then when he squeaks, dogs want to go after that because they've been playing with squeaky toys, and when they hear that squeak, it tells them to go after it, bite down, shake it, rip it apart, kill it, eat it.
Okay, because that's how, so my new puppy,
Yeah.
That's how they play. So when we first got her, he was bigger than her.
Yeah.
Well, in 4 months, I mean, she's, you know, and they play that way. She's very gentle with him, but he makes those squeaky noises, and it freaks me out.
Yeah,
That's
and that's fear from him. He's saying, hey, this is too much.
But
and
he
then
doesn't go away from her, though.
Because of what you've been teaching. What you've been teaching.
Okay.
You've been teaching your dogs to move forward with their fear. Don't back down. Challenge. Keep going. And so when the puppy comes and says, hey, and then she, you know, saying too much. And so this is when I, as a parent, come in and say, hey, did you listen to that dog? Did you listen to my other kid? Knock it off. I don't want you.
Okay, because I have been teaching Lady, like, no.
But you have to make them feel it. Not by grabbing them and pulling them and saying, no,
don't do that.
Okay.
I do mostly just by voice command.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm probably totally blowing is they do that in the house.
Yeah.
And my drive when they're doing that in the house is I don't want that in the house, so I throw them both out.
Yeah, see, you have to address it in the house.
Okay.
So you have to, if you don't want it to be happening in the house,
I don't want it to be happening. I don't know that it's good to happen at all.
Well, you have to understand when dogs play with each other, that it's a part of who they are. It's a necessary part of them figuring out who's who.
Okay.
Okay? And when you've seen two dogs playing with each other, and then you see that third dog come in and tell them to knock it off, what that third dog is saying is, hey, I don't like what you're doing, and I am more dominant than both of you. I control this. And when dogs are playing with each other, it's not a game. They're learning skills. They're learning where they fit in with each other, and they're learning about the pack. And so you have to become a part of that. And that's why with Kane, I make him feel that he should not move forward in an aggressive way. I make him feel that it's dangerous. I make him feel that I'm in charge. So then I don't have to tell him down. I don't have to tell him to sit. I don't have to recall him away from trying to go after your dog. No, I let him know that I do not want you going after the dog, and I make it feel dangerous to do so. So then it imprints in his mind so that he makes a decision.
So I'm probably doing something bad with Kane. So normally, like if I'm out working around the pasture or whatever, I don't even let my dogs out because it's such an unpredictable situation.
Yeah.
And then if Kane does get out, like the other day I was working along the fence line. Well, he came over and I was petting him. I probably should have said, no, this is not your territory. Right?
What I would be doing is I would be making all these dogs feel that I'm the one that dictates how this stuff's going down. And if he's coming over, and especially if I'm seeing his tail up high, his ears forward.
I don't see that.
If I see that for sure, I'm going to let him know I do not like how he's approaching us. If he's coming over soft, yeah, I might do that. If I feel uncomfortable, if you feel insecure, worried, or whatever, you have to do something assertive and dominant. Understand that there is no right or wrong in nature. Right or wrong is a human concept. Your dog will do whatever it has to. It doesn't go, oh, what is the police department going to think? Or am I going to get called in on animal control if I do this? No, they don't care. They don't say, oh, am I going to hurt his feelings? Is he not going to like me if I go after him and tell him not to do something? They don't care about it. And so dogs are compulsive. They follow how they feel. So you have to be the same way. And so if we know a dog's compulsive, we have to start putting a different emotion in the place of the emotion we didn't like. So if he's moving forward, we have to do something that makes him feel that he should move backwards.
Okay.
And so then when he starts seeing that dog or hearing the collar or whatever his trigger is, he will start to associate it with, ooh, I should be more thoughtful, I should stay away, instead of feeling like I should attack.
Yeah, because that, I don't know what to do with him, because he is, I mean, he's a rescue dog, so I don't know what the hell happened to him before I got him.
Yeah, well, this is what...
But it shocks me how you saw how he came down the driveway, and he was like... Yeah. I mean,
because he feels that you won't do it.
He's not even as big as Kane's head.
Yeah, because in the animal world, size isn't as important to them. They're in life and death. See, we're in a neighborhood, we're in Bend, it's a little nice community. Dogs don't get that. Dogs see this as instinctual stuff, and he feels that you cannot protect him. He feels that he is unsafe with you. So, and then you teach him to be assertive, dominant, and aggressive. And so he goes, okay, I'll take care of it. Because you keep bringing me over to this problem, I'm going to handle it.
Yeah. Well, I don't bring him over. He comes.
Yeah, but that's what this is what I'm saying.
So he is spoiled. You got that totally right. I mean, that wasn't hard to figure out. But, so like, he never comes when I call.
Yeah, it's because you have to look deep into your relationship. You can't be petting him when he comes over. You can't be allowing him to just come over and jump on your lap. You can't be letting him tell you when to give him a treat. You can't be letting him tell you, hey, I want outside now. I want back inside. I want inside. I want outside. Like dogs are telling you what to do all the time. They look at you and we go, what do you want? I already gave you a treat. Do you need me to throw the ball? Do you need to do this?
Right.
And so they're just making you do stuff all day long. And then when we throw that ball, when we have that toy, we are saying, I like it when you're a predator. I like it when you go forward to things. I like it when you use your mouth. I like that. When he's feeling aggressive, you tell him he's okay. We soothe him. We might try to tell him sit, good boy, if he does, but he's in the emotion still. See, with me, he's now looking at staying away, and his tail's down, the hackles are down. Come here, come here, come here. And see, now he's starting to listen to me because the hierarchy is changing. But he might feel a little unsure about coming to me because of what I've done. I've told him I don't like something. So he's trying to figure out who I am and what this is all about. So he's going to need repetitions and time to see that, oh, it's when I do this, that's when you're like that. But if I do this, it's fine that I come and be by you. I can do this. Like, they learn. So then, come here. Come on. You know, he just starts to come. And then we'll see, come on. Come here. Come on. What's his name? Joe. Joe. I'm going to come and I'm going to grab the leash. Come on, Joe. Come here. Come on. Come on. Joe. Come here. Come here. Come here. And I don't come and I don't immediately pet him because some dogs, like, people will pet them every time they call them to them, and then they'll say, oh, my dog doesn't want to come to me anymore. And then I watch and I go, because your dog doesn't really like being pet.
Okay. Yeah,
and so the dog learns that every time you call, you're going to pet, you're going to pick him up, you're going to give him kisses, and they go, I hate that. So you're actually giving a punishment, a consequence. And so then they learn not to come. Not saying that that's this dog, but just to kind of give you an idea of how you need to look into this deeper than just, I say come, I gave the treat, I don't get why he's not coming, I'm doing everything the internet told me. This is why I don't do traditional stuff. Come on.
Do we want to go back in the shade, you guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then we can stop. I can grab this from you. Thank you so much. So, see how he shows the teeth, right? He kind of lifts the lip. Very subtle. So right
he
then.
does that with Lady too.
Yeah, because and it all depends on what's going on. Like I'll allow dogs to growl at each other, snap at each other, you know, discipline, bite each other.
I do let
but
him do
as
that.
long as it's being appropriate, and it's like, but is he too quick to do that? Is he running off and doing that to other dogs? Like I have to look at him as an individual.
Well, when he first came down, it is a totally different dynamic than it is now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was.
You see how much softer and sweeter he looks now? Like he's still going to be unsure about him coming, but this is why the repetition of them actually getting together and us telling them only what we do not like will help them form a bond that then they don't feel that they need to be aggressive.
Or even pay attention to each other.
Yeah, well, we have to get them together, because what happens if they never can meet each other and we're never allowing it?
Yeah, and
it creates us versus them.
So if he comes like on our driveway, because he will like follow up onto our driveway and like start.
And so